Good afternoon, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already, hit that red subscribe button down below to stay up to date with future videos and become part of our family. This is just a quick update really. I went to the hospital today because they had a cancellation. They rang me up and asked if I would like to go in. So I went in. It was all a bit quick and a bit rushed. And basically I got some news that I was not expecting. Basically when I got in there, he was going through all of the medication that I got when I was to conceive Isaac, and I told him I was on 150 milligrams of Clomid and 1500 milligrams of metformin, and that's what I caught for Isaac. And he said, oh, okay, you know, wrote the notes down that they normally write down, are you a smoker, your age, blah, blah, blah. And then he went off to go and talk to another doctor. And when he came back in, he said, basically, I have to have all my testing done again. So I had to have my bloods taken, which I just went and took whilst I was at the hospital already to save time and petrol. And that's to test my thyroid and my liver, I think he said, to test that all their levels and they're working as they should be, etc. And then Craig has to have his testing done again, which I didn't think was going to happen, but they said because it's been nearly 4 years since he's been tested and because of his age at 32, which I didn't think 32 was that old, he's got to have his testing done again. So I was like, right, okay. And then I've got to have another ultrasound done on my ovaries. And basically from there, he said there will be one of two ways it could go. And it's more than likely going to go down a surgery route. I don't know how I feel about this yet because I don't think it's quite sunk in. But basically he said because I don't get any periods, basically never have really, unless I physically induce them with medication, he turned around and said that basically it's not really all that healthy, and obviously hormones are all out of whack, so he's looking to put, I can't remember what he called the surgery, but it's basically keyhole surgery on your ovaries, and they go in there and prod and poke and whatnot. And he said something about drilling as well, just to basically make my ovaries regulate themselves so they will ovulate and I will get my periods, and obviously hormones will sort themselves out, and go from there. And like I say, I'm not sure how I feel about it at the minute. There's lots of things going through in my mind. I'm scared, because I'm not sure if I didn't ask if I had to be awake or put to sleep. I'm hoping put to sleep because there is no way I could be awake. I would have a full-blown panic attack once I was laid on the operating table. So yeah, that was kind of my news from them. Unexpected news, but news nonetheless. I mean, if it's gonna fix the periods and the fact that I'm gonna ovulate, even though I don't necessarily want any more than 2 children, you know, me and Craig have both decided on 2. Pretty much from the get-go. Obviously if one did happen and it was an accident, there is no way on this planet I would get rid of it and I would be keeping it for sure. But 2 is more than enough for us. It's just what we wanted, you know. I don't really want an odd number as per se. I don't know why. I just think 3's well, like they say, 3 is a crowd. So yeah, I don't know. It's a hard one. I don't really know what they're gonna do. And I've also got 4 weeks to do all this in. So I've got to have I've got to have the scan, and Craig's got to have his sperm tested basically again, all within 4 weeks. So we are going to, well, we've got an appointment booked next week to get all that sorted, and hopefully they can get me in for a scan within 4 weeks, because otherwise I've got to then cancel the appointment that they're going to send me through for the hospital, to only then have to rebook it for a later date. And obviously this is kind of, I was in the mindset that I was going to go today, and you know, when I got there they were just going to go through what I did to conceive Isaac, and basically say, well, you know, you've tried 50 and 100 milligrams of Clomid. That clearly hasn't worked, so we'll put you on 150 this time. Maybe not necessarily with the metformin. We might try and metformin, you know, next month, whatever. That's kind of what I had in my head when I was going to go. And obviously that is not the way it went at all. So yeah, I've got to have all this done in 4 weeks' time. And I'm kind of, I don't even know what, from what I remember, last time I had my ovaries looked at on the ultrasound, because I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, you have to have 12 polycystic ovaries, I think on each ovary, not in total, on each. Or it might be in total. I'm not 100% sure. But whatever it is, I was literally, by the skin of my teeth, classed as having polycystic ovaries, because I don't have, other than getting no periods, any other symptoms. Like, I don't get hairy in any way, you know, like hair anywhere that shouldn't be there. You know, I don't really suffer with spots. Obviously, I suffer with the odd one or two, which is just normal. I am human. And I just don't suffer with anything else. But yeah, that's my update. I will tune you in, obviously, as soon as I know anything. I would have brought the camera in today, but like I say, it was a rush to get there. But yeah, that's my update, and I'll see you all in our next one. Bye.